This here's from X. It's from March 30th, 2024. Pretty recent. And this guy, Craig Travis, says, I'll never support Eve Barlow after what she did to Depp, followed the rest through. And Eve actually replies. Now, Eve, for a long time, took a break on X, didn't defend Amber, didn't say much about her, but now it seems like Eve is back saying stuff. If you don't know who she is, she's Amber's longtime friend. Some people say a journalist, some people say Amber's partner, whatever she is, she's out there. She's got a little name for herself and she defends Amber. So she says, what did I do exactly? Depp operated a similar smear campaign against the person he was victimizing, and I stood by, a DV survivor, when no one else would, except for Disney and Warner Brothers and some other major corporations and actors and things like that. So I'm not sure where Eve gets no one from, because it's kind of like when everyone else would, except for a few certain Johnny fans. The media didn't take Johnny's side. Not most of it. Some of it, a small portion. Hollywood didn't. Some of his closer Hollywood friends defended him, but the people Johnny wasn't close to pretty much sided with the establishment. But according to Eve, I guess that's no one. That is somewhat delusional, man. No one. Ugh. And of course, Johnny fans responding here, and Eve will say something a little bit later on, and I gotta say seriously once again, Eve has left comments on recently, so okay, good on that. She used to shut them off, maybe because she does more politics these days and wants them, but nonetheless, Johnny fans can respond to her. Eve, the evidence showed the world your bestie was not who she claimed to be. She was not abused. She instigated everything, then continued to abuse her victim by attempting to ruin his career, even after they were divorced. You can't see that, well, then I don't know. Excuse me, if you can't see that, well, then I don't know. Okay, that makes more sense now. Let's see, Eve. You might want to check yourself, you being a journalist and all. And of course, Johnny fans always got receipts to put out there. Eve, you can't be serious right now. If you really have to ask what you did, then there's no hope for you. But here it is, as simple as it can get. You backed the abuser and you lied about Johnny every chance you got, and you are still lying about him. Catton says, sweetheart, it was the other way around, and you picked the abuser's side. How can you choose to be so incredibly blind? She's not a survivor. You are still defaming her victim. Shame on you, which is, yeah, all right. Pretty much. Oh, get off your high horse. You know Johnny didn't abuse her. You just wanted the fame associated with her and this court case, which could also be true. You are never going to be liked. Your life is done as is, shits the bed. You interrupted court proceedings to hand over false information to get a witness kicked off the stand. For that, you are removed from court. Also, you have engaged in a smear campaign of a DV survivor. I think they mean DV. So anyway, as you can see, there's a lot of comments now giving Eve backlash, which we didn't see before when they were shut off. It's ironic that the original post is titled Drown Out the Hate and then included Eve, not a journalist Barlow, who then brought all the hate. Maybe be a decent human for a day, Eve. Eve, why are you asking this question 2 years later when you know exactly what you did? Did Heard toss you to the side of the road? That seems to be a pattern of hers. What did she do to you? Like I said, man, this is why a lot of Amber fans shut the comments off, because they know they'll get all these critical comments. They'll call it trolls. They'll call it bots. But there's nothing here that's really aggressively insultive, not much vulgarity. Just pointing out some things. And here we go with Eve's next response, which I gotta say is really bad. The response Eve leaves is actually the type of response that trolls leave, that you set bots to leave. So this person, Craig, says, who she replied to before, you lied, you get kicked out of court, you're still lying, you discredit the cause you now support. And he tags a Popcorn Planet video. So what do you think Eve says? Does she say something like, well, that's not true because, or I don't think so, here's the evidence? No, she says, You're an idiot and a misogynist. I won't advocate for you, don't worry. Whoa. An idiot and a misogynist. And Eve is the one who calls people on Johnny's side trolls and bots. If I've ever seen a troll comment, what it is a response to something. You're an idiot and a misogynist, which has got nothing to do with what the guy was saying. He said she lied and got kicked out of court. That's pretty much true. He also says you discredit the cause you now serve, and he points to a video which obviously has clips from the court case, but he's an idiot and a misogynist. So that's the thing. When you get dismissive and you ignore people's claims without actually saying something intelligent in response, that means, well, you're the troll. I guess not the bot in this case, but you get my drift about the bots. This is the kind of thing that set bots to say. The same repeating thing over and over. Anyway, Eve is still out there defending Amber, so I'll be responding when it comes up. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. If you don't, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. Done here for now. See you next time.